On Bolivar Peninsula, located in Crystal Beach, Texas, believes finding the perfect home or property is a necessity for every client. That it's crucial to provide relevant, up-to-date information on the market, properties, and homes for sale to each and every seller or buyer. Keeping up with the market in today's world is how 110 Realty Group exceeds expectations for their clients.
Hi everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. We're here in the Tourism Center, but once again we're here with Beth Terminello from 110 Realty Group. Today we're going to talk about what the market's doing here on Bolivar Peninsula. Beth, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, the interest rates have inched up a little bit.
They're...
And it makes a big difference.
It's made a huge difference in our market here. You know, we were going blazes, and you know, when the interest rates notched up, things just kind of slowed down.
And it's funny, when you say notch up, it only go up maybe a point
or two.
But that makes a big difference on a $500, $700 million home.
Right,
down
especially
here.
if you're doing it as an investment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Sure.
So where are we at?
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about where we're at and where we're going.
Okay. So, you know, I was showing you, I shared the graphs with you, and like this time last year, the average price per square foot on the peninsula was $325. Today, our average is $445 a foot. So,
and it's still up. But
yeah, we're still up a lot.
But I know back a month and a half, 2 months ago,
we were trending upwards.
It was even more than that.
Now we're just starting to see it settle down. Now, $445 a foot doesn't mean that that's what you're going to get on front row. That's just the average across the entire peninsula. So.
Right. So you may get that or a little bit more on the front row,
yeah.
And then the further back you get, your price.
Right.
I know I saw one that's 7 or 8 rows back that was listed. It was like $363
a foot.
Yeah,
that's about right.
But
further back.
It didn't have a view of the beach, but it was within walking distance.
But we still have a lot going on down here.
Oh yeah.
Although that are, you know, it's kind of leveled out some. There's still buyers out there. So if you're thinking about selling,
there's more homes on the market too, right?
Homes, right? Yes.
But we're not. We were talking about this a while ago, and you were running numbers. It's not a buyer's market.
It's not a buyer's market yet. We are a little above 5%. Once it hits that 7% mark, it's considered a buyer's market.
More of a buyer's market.
Right. And anything under 5 is definitely a seller's market. So we are trending upwards to a buyer's market. That's not the same across the state.
Right.
And across the state, it's different. It's here on
in
this
on Bolivar.
Yeah, on Bolivar.
Yeah. And you know, I don't know. I noticed that the number of homes that are listed have gone up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's partly because the interest rate's gone up, so not as many homes have sold as quick.
Well, they're staying on the market a little bit longer. Yeah, before, I mean, you'd have a house hit the market and it was under contract like that. We're just not seeing that right now. Buyers are taking their time, they're waiting, they're seeing what these interest rates are going to do, because it's a shock.
Yeah.
Although 6.5%, that's still not a bad interest rate. We were, you know, 10 years ago, that wasn't bad. It's just when you compare that to 3.25%.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
And I saw a difference. This is sort of off the beaten path, but I didn't think about it. But for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, even longer than that, we've been buying vehicles.
Oh.
Well, Chris went to buy a vehicle and the interest rate was higher, and I was like, man, I can get better than that. Well, then I started checking around and I couldn't.
Right.
And so it's affecting everything.
Oh, it's in the grocery store. Yeah, gas.
And so it's not a buyer's market, but we've got more homes to choose from.
It's trending upwards. And like I was saying, you know, if you're thinking about selling, there are still buyers out there. It's just depending on where you're at in selling it. Yeah.
And we saw this we see it a lot of times. People say, well, I'm going to put my home on the market, and they just throw a number out there. That might have worked 3 or 4 months ago, 5 months ago. But now people have more inventory. the interest rate's gone up. They're taking their time, and we talked about this yesterday. They're looking at several options and they're making an offer. They're not lowballing, but they're making a reasonable offer on stuff. And so, which is good for the buyer, because he may have someone that really wants it, may come in where they're at or still go above.
I'm negotiating a deal right now, and the buyer's agent is savvy, smart agent. She came in and asked for the seller to pay some of the closing costs to buy down that interest rate for the buyer, which makes it more affordable in the long run. So it's better to buy that down than to lower the sales price in the long run, because it lowers their payments.
So, well, if people want to get hold of you to talk about what maybe they're thinking about selling their home, maybe they're ready to buy a second home, there's still time to get in it for the summer. How can people get hold of you?
Call me at 214-801-9801. I'm here all the time for the most part, unless I go on vacation. Got to go to my daughter's graduation in Washington.
You were gone for a couple weeks up in Washington.
We enjoyed that. But I'm here. I would love to talk to you. I've been watching the numbers, so I'm very familiar with it. And, you know,
You've got an office in downtown Crystal Beach,
right here
too.
in downtown Crystal Beach. Yeah, like right across the street. So, yeah, come
catty
see
corner
me.
from the big store. So, look up 110 Realty Group, and Beth, she works for you. She'll work hard for you to find you the perfect home or get you the best sales price. We're going to head on out. Beth, thanks for joining us again. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless. And remember, if you can't see us live, you can always see Bolivar Live on our 11 live webcams at BolivarPeninsulaTexas.com. God bless, and bye-bye.
In beach home sales and property sales, finding the perfect custom home on Bolivar Peninsula is a specialty of Beth Terminella and Leslie Armstrong. Keeping up with the daily changes in available homes, properties, and the changing market makes 110 Realty Group the choice for several custom builders for spec homes and investors looking for short-term rentals, along with home buyers looking for that perfect beach house for their family. 110 Realty Group for all your real estate needs on Bolivar Peninsula, in Galveston County, and across Texas.